All right, we are live on YouTube and now we are live on the gram. Welcome everyone to SPC's Fit Talks podcast. I'm your host, Sean Clarisi, and I am back after 2 weeks off of no podcasting. So, school is done, summer's starting to jump into the summer, and so I have some plans for the summer in terms of just my brand, the content that I'm doing. I do want to continue doing the podcast, maybe even upping it to maybe 2 to 3 times a week. I'll have to see how my schedule looks, especially that I will be working over the summer. Got to make that guap. Okay. So my plans, at least for this, is more informative content on Instagram, more YouTube videos, so more informative content. And I actually want to start a written blog to organize all of my thoughts. This way I can write it down on a piece of paper, and then I can make YouTube videos that are based on those. And basically I would be close to reading off what's going on. So, hey, Rick, how's it going? So I'm basically just going to try to put out as much content as possible over the summer, as well as try to expand the different modes of which I release that content. So that's my plan right now. I just recently hit, I know it's sad to say, but 200 followers. For me, that was a big deal. I was always close to, but I never really hit 200, and I finally got over that hump. So hopefully over the summer I can gain, maybe 200 followers. Just try to build this up, because I'm really starting to take this more seriously. I'm starting to get to the end of school, so I'm starting to see, really think about this as a career. So I gotta start just. I just want to, especially now that I have the time to do it, I just want to get out as much informative content as possible. So expect a lot of informative content. Expect more, maybe going back to more of my workout videos, but more structured. Have them more structured and show what I'm doing. Also explain that just because what I'm doing doesn't mean that you can't do it, but you can do it. And there's different alternatives, especially in the exercise selection that I use, that maybe you can use a different one and you'll still get those benefits. So as well, just kind of I would say it's a slight humble brag, but it's also just showing you that I've been making progress, because I don't post pictures of myself. I don't think it's really that necessary. But so you'll just have to take my word for it. And I kind of did this last night. So when I really started this new workout plan, that was probably going into the new year. So it was closer to January. Now, when I mean this new workout plan, I mean when I shifted my focus from strength building to more muscle building and more general fitness attributes. So at the beginning of the year, I firmly remember I had 14. Yeah, I think I had high 13, 14-inch arms. I'm at now, so 5 months, almost 6 months later, I'm at 15.5-inch arms. And that seems like a slow progress. However, keep in mind, I've been, slightly on and off. I've been trying to do what I got to do, but in terms of just building muscle, my arms have gotten bigger, and I'm really happy about that. My legs started at 22. This one I'm more certain of. I was at 22.5 inches. They're now 25.5 inches. So that's a 3 inches in about 5 to 6 months of varied training, but altogether just trying to build muscle. And just other stuff like my shoulders. I didn't measure my shoulders, but those two in particular, just my leg size and my arm size has increased. So I really am trying to show you that when you're consistent with your training, or as consistent as you can be, you can make goals. My goals, of course, I still want to keep going. I still want to see how much muscle I can put on. especially that I'm a natural. So I'm really interested to see how much I am. And have I kind of focused on maybe my legs and my arms to an extent. I'm trying to more focus now as well as my chest. That's one of more my lagging um, body parts, body areas, is my chest especially. So I'm gonna try to um, I'm gonna try to focus a little more on there. I'm also trying to hi Amara. Hi Amara. So I'm just trying to also is anyone here? Just want to see if anyone's on. I don't think so. Okay, so where was I? So as well as I want to focus on my chest, my shoulders, I've been more focused on now, and I could tell my shoulders are also getting bigger. As well as I'm starting to see a little more striations as I kind of, you know, I jump a bit, but not too much in weight. As well as because I'm eating healthier. That's another thing that I want to get into is my nutrition these last 5-6 months and where I'm at now, how I kind of figured it all out. I know how much I eat because I do mental counting where I'll look so I'll know. But at the same time is that I've eaten for the most part consistent. Like I know, but based off my body, how it feels, I know how much I'm eating. So with that, I'm able to eat not, I don't want to say flexibly. I'm able to just figure out, I was able quicker to figure out where my problems. And my biggest problem is that I am like, I love eating, but I love snacking on things. So what I have transitioned to over these months has been just developing a nutrition lifestyle where I'll look for the healthiest option to snack on. So if there's fruit in the house, I will try to snack on a lot of fruit. If there's, healthy nuts, if, even pretzels to an extent, but like I try not to snack on unhealthy things. I think that's the biggest key for me is that I do like eating. However, there are healthy things that I can do. If I'm out and I'm hungry and I want maybe I should want to have a snack. Okay, instead of electing to get some junk food, I elect now to either find find fruit to eat, find the small bags of nuts, not the big ones. The small like one serving bags. Those I'll have. Or so something like that, something where it's like it's small, it's contained, and I'm able to just um I'm able to just have it then. It's a small snack, but it's a healthy snack. And that's been my biggest key. And I think honestly for me, I've been feeling a lot better. As well, being at my weight where I am now, I'm like sitting around 185 to like 190, but usually I sit closer to 185. I've noticed that playing softball now compared to when I was doing it last year, 10 pounds heavier, I feel that difference. You like, and anyone can tell you, like, you feel a difference. And I totally feel a lot faster. I feel more athletic. Could also do particular to my training a bit, but just in general, just I feel so much better right now, especially that I'm just eating healthier too. I think that's also where my body's just kind of adapting to I'm eating healthier. Therefore, my body is just kind of it's shedding off unnecessary fat that I just don't have anymore. So I just want to like point out that what I'm doing works. It may not work for everyone, but this is where this summer in particular is going to be very important for me to get out this information and show people that what like just necessary things that you need to do that can either help you hit a goal or just in general just help you fix your lifestyle if you need fixing. So I hope that I'm able to expand my following just so that I can like this is the main focus of why I created this channel and this brand was to help as many people as possible with my fitness knowledge and with my growing fitness knowledge. So, if people want to talk to me about fitness, that's a great thing. This podcast as well has been a great form for me to just let out all the information that I have And I don't get a lot of views right now, but that's just this thing. Like this right now is just for me to just really start expanding my following. So to get into what I want to talk about, the title of this podcast, Industry Lies About Supplements, I think this is a really important topic. I've talked to him before about the fitness industry and how a lot of it is garbage and a lot of it, there is a lot of lies in the fitness industry. And I did actually do a podcast on different supplements, the ones I believe work and the ones that I believe don't work. Well, this is kind of similar. And this also pertains to the ones that I even said work, is that people over exaggerate and people flat out lie about the effects of a certain supplement, even good supplements. So let's take whey protein for a sec. I believe whey protein is a good protein supplement if you need it. If you really feel like you're just not getting enough protein, which is pretty arbitrary, but if you really feel like you're not getting enough and you need that powder, a protein powder, to just out of convenience, then that's what I think you should do. The problem is that don't think that because you're taking whey protein, you're gonna all of a sudden become a bodybuilder, and or like you're gonna get a physique level of a IBB pro, so a professional bodybuilder. It's just not gonna happen, and that is one example of just supplement companies putting out information that, yeah, they're putting out right information, but they're also exaggerating the actual effects of the protein. What is whey protein? It's just a protein supplement. What does it do? It helps you build muscle, yes, but you're not going to look like a pro bodybuilder, because pro bodybuilders, they may take whey protein, they may eat a lot of protein, but at the same time, they're also taking the juice. They're on that 100% juice. So you're not going to be able to get the same level of physique taking whey protein compared to someone who's on steroids and taking whey protein. It's just not going to happen. And I think that's just a dirty trick to tell people to try to sell a supplement. And it's just sad because people already should know which supplement, like it's really hard to figure out which supplements are good and which are bad. And then you give people this false sense of hope that by taking even a good supplement that I and many people will say it's a good supplement to take if you need it, but you're not going to look like Ronnie Coleman. You're not going to look like Arnold back in the day, even Arnold now, but you're not going to look like these bodybuilders. It's just not going to happen. So that's one example. And there's plenty of examples of just supplement companies, either bad supplements, like, I kind of went into it with testosterone boosters, but again, it's just this whole big thing that they put testosterone boosters, these companies, on the same level as taking steroids, and it's not even close. Like I said, and I've kind of expanded my knowledge on just like averages of testosterone. So the average male will probably have 600 milliliters of testosterone in their body. I think it's milliliters, but they'll have somewhere, let's just say 600. Steroids will expand that to 2,300. So obviously that's a huge jump. That's more than doubled. I think that's like 5 times, almost 6 times the amount. And you're going to tell me that testosterone boosters that you're going to tell me that a supplement that you take as a pill that's not a steroid is going to do the same effect with just plants that may have studies here and there, but probably don't. Like it's not the same thing. They may bring up someone who has low testosterone up to maybe a normal amount. That's why they're really marketed towards people, men above the age of 40, when testosterone, even before that, 35 to 40, and then as it goes up, like testosterone, yes, does go down, and TRT is a thing. Testosterone replacement therapy is a thing. It's just, don't think that because you're taking a testosterone booster, especially if you're really young and you most likely are at, if not maybe even just naturally a little more of not at a natural higher level than maybe the average, you're still not going to get from that to 23, 2400. You're not going to get to these crazy amount of this crazy amount of testosterone. You're just not. And that's just another example of the industry lying about supplements. So my best thing going into this is that don't believe if someone looks really good and you think that they might be on something, they might not. But if they're trying to sell you a supplement in unless they're explaining to you what it does, the benefits of taking it, the cons of taking it, you shouldn't buy it from them. Because if they say that, okay, they're not lying to you. Then they're actually legit. The people that aren't legit are the people that tell you that, let's just say for arbitrary sake, someone on gear, on steroids, on whatever, SARMs, whatever, they sell you a supplement and say that you can become them if you take this supplement. They're lying to you. That is just red flags. There's no way you're going to get that physique. Let's just say on a training level, they train for a living. They do fitness for a living. They do this for a living. They have to look this way. Most people don't do fitness for a living. They do fitness out of the necessity of being healthy. And on top of and trying to fit it into their schedule that may or may not be, a ridiculously busy schedule. And to think that if you just take this supplement or, you just take this one thing and you will look like a bodybuilder, it's just ridiculous. And it really pisses me the fuck off because I am just so upset that is just, it's such a dirty marketing tool to just sell a supplement. And like I said in that video, there are supplements that I believe in and that I think are important, but I would never tell you that whey protein or taking creatine or the other two, the turmeric or and I could have exaggerated the fish oil or the turmeric. I could have said it makes you feel like you're, 20 years younger. I could have said for the whey protein, yeah, you could start looking like a bodybuilder, or a creatine, you could look like a bodybuilder, or you'll have these like top level powerlifter. You'll become a top level powerlifter if you take creatine. It's like there's no correlation, and there's no way that I could tell you that and be honest. There's no honest way of telling you that taking a supplement will help you become the strongest guy in the world or the best looking guy in the world. You still got to put in the work, but I can't tell you that I can't tell you that and be an honest man. And I will, as a man, as a person who believes in fitness, believes that the general population has been lied to and needs honest information, honest to good information, I think that enough's enough, and I will never lie. I may make mistakes. I may present the information. I could present the right information wrongly, just the way I speak. And that's kind of where I was talking about earlier, just different forms of getting the information out. But I will never blatantly lie. That is something that I hold myself to, and that the industry doesn't, and they really need to start doing because what all it does is it makes people, one, waste money. Some people do need supplements, but not every supplement works. B, no supplement will ever make you look like what some people say you will. And it's just ridiculous. And this is what my recommendation too. If you walk into let's say GNC vitamin shop, to well-known chains that sell supplements. If you go in there and the person tells, and let's just say you are looking for whey protein, and the person tells you, or let's just say you don't know what you're looking for, but you have an idea. You know about whey, like you've heard of whey protein, but you don't know what it is. If that person tells you that this whey protein is the best whey protein and it will help you make you look like a bodybuilder, it will help you pack on like 30 pounds of muscle, walk out, because that person is lying to you. Or just ignore them. Just ignore them. And like I said in the other video, and that video was just to tell you what supplements work, and I'll even go further on this with that. If I didn't in that video, in that podcast, I don't remember, is especially for whey protein, buy one that's low. It should be low sugar. It should just be like 150 calories to 200 calories. It should be very low sugar, if not none. It should be like 24. Some have more or less, but it should be around there. And there shouldn't be a lot of shit in it. Don't buy a mass gainer. That shit's crap. Okay, that's the whey protein I don't want you buying. Buy a nice, good, wholesome whey protein. I said Gold Standard is usually the easiest one to buy, and it's the cheapest. I'm not affiliated with them. I just say that from my experience, that's a safe whey protein to get. Gold Standard, the Gold Standard one, Optimum Nutrition. That is the best one to buy. And but if people are out there telling you that this supplement is the best supplement, they're probably lying to you. Maybe they're not, but if you feel that it's a blatant lie, if you feel like you're being lied to, then you're probably being lied to. That's the best thing, that this podcast is really just to get out this information that the industry does lie a lot about supplements, and it's a bullshit thing to do. And I really hope people listen to this podcast, because it's not just me saying this. There's a lot of people that I follow, that I'm sure plenty of people follow, that have been saying this, is that the industry lies to sell supplements. And it's a very, just like I keep saying, it's a dirty tactic, and I'm sick and tired of it. I want people to understand that if you need a supplement, it's because you need it for necessity reasons, and at times convenience reasons. But you should never get a supplement thinking that it will help you reach your goals. Let's just say that. It will aid in reaching your goals. It'll help, but if your goals are ridiculous, then you shouldn't. If your goals are ridiculous, then you shouldn't be. No, I'm not saying. Okay, I'm sorry. Don't think that the supplement will help you reach this ridiculous status. That's the best way to put it. Okay, I think the rant is done. I really have nothing left to say. I didn't really have anything prepared. I kind of just thought of this. But like I said, I actually feel like this was really good, really important to just point out that the industry does lie to the general population. And this is just one of those things that I've been talking about. And I really hope that people do hear this podcast. I'm just going to keep telling people, I'm going to keep producing more content. I'm going to keep getting it out there that the industry has been lying to people for years. And it's really annoying. They have to stop, because you're not only affecting people financially, but you could really hurt them on a physiological level. And a lot of times you're not helping people get healthy or reach their goals. You're just trying to sell something, and that's the biggest problem. Whew, okay. Second live video. I know the timing was pretty bad. I actually got a couple people this time. Uh, like I said, this podcast will be up. The audio will be up at 6 p.m. today on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, et cetera, et cetera. Next week, I'm going to have a guest on, actually, two guests on. My brother, Justin Clarisi. I'm going to have him on, and he's going to be on with his friend, and I'm aware of him, Rob Adana. He's someone who's just, they're both pretty. I would say Rob more though is just really big on fitness. They just love fitness, and they just wanted to come on and talk. And I said, sure, I would love to just talk fitness, because I feel like that's also a good way, even if they're not fitness professionals. I think it's just a good way to share how we treat fitness, share ideas about fitness, and maybe I could help them in a way with my knowledge, and maybe Rob or Justin has something that could help me. As well, I want to hear both their stories, especially my brother. I know his stories because they both had. I know my brother in particular. I don't know about Rob, and I can't wait to hear about that. Just like how they got into fitness and how they've treated it and how it's helped them. I know for my brother, he's had a weight loss journey, and so I would like to talk about that. So, thank you for people who were listening. Like I said, SPC Fit Talks podcast signing out.